What's up guys, and welcome back to another video, and today it is the F1 Dream Team returning for another episode. I think we're on about episode number 8 now, I believe. So yeah, a couple of weeks since the last one, and as I said, this sort of thing is going to be coming every couple of weeks. But my uni exams have finished now. I mentioned it on Saturday's video. So yeah, got a couple of weeks at home now to just sort of, haven't really got any ties, haven't got any uni work to do particularly. So yeah, just going to be hopefully pumping out some vids the next couple of weeks, recording mainly this and the Ultimate career. So yeah, talking of Saturday's vid, thanks ever so much for the support, and it went down incredibly well. Got well over 100 likes, which is fantastic, so I'll be bringing you another one of those this week. And if we could hit 100 likes, aim for 100 likes on this one as well, that would be fantastic. So drop a like down below if you're happy to see it. And yeah, as soon as we hit 100 likes, hopefully I'll have another episode ready to bring out. So yeah, this series, really happy with the way it's going. Really happy with the way it's going down as well. Obviously, if it's a bit more consistent, it'll be going down a bit better. But I've got some sort of plans to do with this series. And, you know, the thinking behind it is hopefully to do on F1 2017, have a little YouTuber edition of it. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below as to whether you'd like to see that. Possibly a few other YouTubers involved. A little bit like the draft that I did with Joe. Sort of back last summer. A little bit like that, but maybe based around a few more YouTubers as well. I've also been looking at your guys' comments on the last video, and one of them was a really good suggestion actually, which was a difficulty multiplier. So I said, you know, I'm coping pretty well on Legendary, and the suggestion, I can't remember who it was from, I'll put the comment on screen now anyway, but basically it said to add a difficulty multiplier, which basically means if I go up to the Ultimate AI, then I'd earn more tokens. So yeah, I'll do a difficulty multiplier, say times 1.5. So I get 1.5 times the amount of coins if I do it on Ultimate. I'm going to stick with Legendary today just because I haven't played the game on my wheel for a while. So yeah, I'll be sticking to that, but really good suggestion for sort of future videos. So I'm sure you guys can remember from the last video that we did just enough to get a gold pack. Managed to just scrape that 40 tokens. So I'm going to be opening one of those today. And yeah, hopefully we can get some good drivers, good tracks in there that I like. Also, we have got Monaco to do at some point. So yeah, basically once I've opened this pack, I'm going to go through my inventory and maybe discard a few things to sort of accumulate some coins. And then hopefully we can get another gold pack. The gold pack then has been opened. And as you'll be able to see at the bottom of the screen now, we have got probably our best pull of the whole series. And that is the Lewis Hamilton special card from Hungary. Yes, it was a pretty boring race to be honest, but he drove exceptionally well in that race, it has to be said. Controlled the race from the front, so that's why I gave him the inform for that race. So really looking forward to using that. I think I'm probably going to use that one first, just to, you know, try and get some, well, hopefully get the win and then get myself 20 tokens. And also we've got Kimi Raikkonen to use. Now we know that the Ferraris are pretty good in this game, so yeah, possibly better to have Raikkonen than actually either of the Red Bull drivers. So we'll be interested for that. Track wise, we have got 2 Brazils, so that's pretty good because I actually like the Brazil track, as you guys will know from the YouTuber community race. Didn't qualify too badly in that, as I seem to be mentioning in every single video. But yeah, the other track that we got was Singapore. Track that I'm not overly fond of, but you know, not too against either. So yeah, basically on that side of me now, I'll put the inventory up with my drivers, tracks and setups. So yeah, just trying to maybe accumulate a few more coins. You know, seeing as we have, the thing is, like Bahrain, I really want to try and do a time trial around there because I think I can probably do quite well. But it's the same with Brazil as well. So one of them's got to go. And I think I'm actually going to get rid of Bahrain. So yeah, that discards for 2 extra tokens. So yeah, hopefully that will come back to be good to us at the end of the episode. But yeah, apart from that, I can't really think of too many other things to fill you guys in on. Yeah, I've been rambling on for way too long, so I'm going to get straight into the episode. And first off the bat, I'm going to be using Hamilton around Hungary. I mentioned earlier on in the series, Hungary isn't one of my favourite tracks, but with Hamilton and a full setup, hopefully we can go all the way. Let's get into it. Alright, so here we are. Oh my god, it's raining. We're in Hungary, and as you can see, it is raining, which is probably not the best thing. You know, I just wanted a literally straightforward race, get the win. And so I just got a feeling that it's not going to be that straightforward, is it? And we're in second as well, so we're going to have to overtake Rosberg at some point if we're going to get the win. Ricciardo and Vettel directly behind us with Raikkonen and Bottas, but, you know, we've got to be looking in front of us this race. I think the only way that we're going to be able to, you know, sort of stay pointing towards Rosberg is if we literally stay pointing towards Rosberg. Literally and metaphorically, but anyway, we are away for this Hungarian Grand Prix. It is very, very slippy, and I don't know how I've actually managed to keep it in a straight line. Ricciardo has had an incredible start. We've been overtaken by about 3-4 cars already, but just so long as if we can just keep it pointing there, I'd be happy. Rosberg and Ricciardo can crash into each other for all I care, and we are in P3, but this is going to get tasty, I think. Between the two ahead of me. We're actually closing in on them as Ricciardo just has to lift off the throttle, but this is treacherous. For light rain, you know, obviously like heavy rain is obviously more difficult, but this is just so slippy, whereas heavy rain is literally just everyone crawls about. Unless it's real life F1, in which case they just sit on the grid and don't actually race. But no, this is actually quite slippery, and this is literally like driving on ice right now. The gap behind me is looking very, very tasty right now. I mean, look at that. I can't even see a car. And we've kept Ricciardo in our sights, if not within overtaking range. So hopefully the next couple of laps I'll be able to sort of find my feet and maybe try and overtake at some point. That first sector is looking like our best sector, although the second sector is probably our weakest. But you can see that Ricciardo is just not quite close enough. But we're definitely keeping him on a leash at the moment, which is good. I was wrong actually, that sector 2 wasn't too bad. There was a point where we were quite a way behind it, but it's these hairpins where this Mercedes just has so much more grip than the Red Bull. I was hoping this would be us and Rosberg fighting at this point in the race, but still Ricciardo isn't too bad. And as we come out the final corner, are we going to be able to get some good traction? No, we don't. And just, that is the difference, you know, we got on the curbs and that's how much time we lose, but still time. This is a section of track where we're definitely the quickest. And you can see that it's the traction that we just can't get. We can definitely get the entry and the, you know, the actual section through the corners like there. It's when we get away from the corner and on the curves, we just literally get no traction. Even though Ricciardo's doing the same, but he got a little bit of a wobble on at one point during that corner. Could we? No, we can't. We can't get him through there. Although I think he's locked up. It looked like he definitely did something to one of his tyres, which would be logical for him to lock up. I'm talking absolute pish right now, but this is tense. Come on, we are right with him. We're right with him. We've just got to get good traction out that last corner, and I think we'll have a chance at him down into turn 1. Again, good exit off that hairpin. If we can do the same off this one, we should be able to get him. Look at that. We're going to actually get on the wet line, hopefully get a little bit more traction, because it's getting very dry on the track right now. There's no rain falling by the looks of it. Actually, there is now. Just as I say that. But anyway, down into turn 1, can we get him? Come on, just got it. Yes, we've parked it on that apex. Lovely, lovely move. No lockup whatsoever. That has got to be up there with one of the actually cleanest moves I've made on in this whole series, which is quite poor from me. But anyway, up into P2. We've got a couple of laps to try and get Rosberg. Going to be difficult, but I'll give it a go. 1 lap to go now. We haven't been able to shake Ricciardo off. We've kept about the same gap to Rosberg, if I'm not mistaken. I think we might have lost about a tenth. But anyway, Ricciardo, I don't think has quite got the straight line speed to get us here. So all we've got to do is just park it on that apex, and now it's literally just about preserving this P2. Well, if there's one thing I can't do on this game, it's driving the rain very well. But we've just, I think, about managed to get this P2. Rosberg was so much quicker than us there, although we were preserving on that last lap. Nonetheless, he deserved the win. I think I just about deserved that second. But anyway, that takes us up on to 20 tokens now, I believe. So we're actually halfway to the goal. Sorry, no, 21. 21, in fact. I'm just talking rubbish. Because we got 2 for the discard and then 19 points. I was thinking because we finished second, we got 18 points. But that is literally in the Drivers' Championship, which I'll also show you in a minute. But first of all, let's have a look at the race results. Top 5 was as you were at the start, with Rosberg, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Vettel, Raikkonen, pretty much as you'd expect. Although Verstappen down in 8th, and once again, he's been beaten by Kvyat. I mean, what can that boy not do in this series? Sergio Perez, also a very good result in 6th, actually. He doesn't usually score too many points. Bottas in 9th, Grosjean in 10th. So pretty bad race for Williams, which is good for me in terms of the Drivers' Championship, which we'll get onto in a minute. Grosjean as well, as I say, getting points, which is good for him. And down the field, Pascal Wehrlein in 15th was pretty decent. And Jolyon Palmer bringing up the rear of the field. So, yeah. Before I start the next race, I'll run you through the Drivers' Championship and also what I'm going to do for the next race. In the Drivers' Championship then, unfortunately I haven't been very kind to Lewis Hamilton because Rosberg has gone back above him in the Drivers' Championship as a result of myself. It's also very, very tight. Only 1 point between the Ferrari drivers now, with Vettel leading the way after he beat Raikkonen. Ricciardo in third ahead of Verstappen, so that result done a load of good for Ricciardo as well, with Verstappen so far down the field. I am slowly creeping up on the Red Bulls, and I mean very, very slowly, but hopefully, another gold pack next episode, and we can sort of slowly close that gap before the end of the series. Also a very, very good result for Sergio Perez. He has more than doubled his points total in that race alone, so he's taken himself above his teammate Sainz and Button in all of that, and Grosjean as well scoring some points, which is just sort of helping him along the way. But yeah, for the second race of the day, as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing it with Kimi Räikkönen, of course. It was either him or that Inform Magnussen. I will use it at some point, but I've just got to sort of wait for the right moment. So I'm going to go around Brazil, just because it's a track that I like. I've done plenty of running around it, and not literally, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to go with Räikkönen around Brazil, and I'm just going to go all out, going to use the full setup as well. And we need second place to guarantee another gold pack, and then we'll get into the time trial at the end of the episode, which hopefully we can get some more tokens from. Hey, we finally got some sunshine. So I was dreading it raining in Brazil. That was the one thing I was dreading. Look at it, clear skies and everything. Why couldn't it have been like this in Hungary? But anyway, we need second place. It'll be interesting to see where we start on the grid. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section, guys, where you think I'm going to finish in this race. No cheating, and we'll see how many of you get it right. Oh, how great. Hamilton's on pole this time. And our teammates in third. We're just being absolutely shafted. Bottas fourth. Obviously, Verstappen fifth, and we're in sixth. So we've got a lot of ground to make up, but I do believe that we can at least get in the top three. All right, then, here we go for the second and final race of the day. Can we make up the 4 positions we need to get that gold pack? Lights out, and away we go. Caught Verstappen off guard. He has not even got off the line. We're already up into 5th, and we're not even at turn 1, which is good. Vettel and Rosberg properly going at it, and I think we've actually gone down the inside of Bottas as well. Rosberg and Vettel have collided, and we couldn't quite take advantage of it, or else we would have just ploughed into them. So I think we did the sensible thing, but still behind our teammates, and yeah, we're just going to stick behind him, I think, at the moment. I'm sure we'll get a chance to try and overtake him, because it is one of my best tracks, if not my best track, to drive around on the calendar. So yeah, just behind him, and P4, not a bad start. God, we are so much faster than Vettel. Yeah, I can see Hamilton just going off into the distance. I feel like I could probably keep up with him if I dispatch a Vettel as soon as possible. We go down his inside. Lovely move up into P3. And as I said, I'm just in the zone. I've got the full setup available to me. And now it's to chase after the top 2. That is a good first lap. Possibly our best of the series, in fact. We've made up 3 positions, but they're 3 very important positions. And Vettel's going to try and go back down our inside, but he thinks better of it. And thank you very much, Sebastian. He knows that I've got a job to do. And we just need to try and get Rosberg, but he's going to be pretty fast, so it's going to be difficult. No, don't do this. Don't do this to me, sir. Don't. End of lap 2. We've made some inroads on Nico Rosberg. And look at that. We've left Vettel for dust. Sector 2 is our sector at this track. And even Sector 3, if we can get that slipstream from Rosberg on lap 3 and get within a second, obviously, of him, then I think we might be able to take him. Here we go then, first DRS zone. We actually set the fastest lap as well on lap 2. We're just going to slightly move my wheel for comfort, but we just can't quite get past Rosberg at this time of asking. Still plenty of time though, pretty much got 3 laps or 2.5 laps to try and do it now, but yeah, this Sector 2, you can just see like how much of an inroad we make. We're being very, very tentative on the throttle, but we're sort of just hovering over it for the whole of these corners. You can just see in the bottom right corner, we've just sort of got our foot hovered over it at all times, which is quite good. And hey presto, we've set ourselves up with a move. Nearly lost it there as I started saying we've set ourselves up for a move. But I think we're actually just a little bit too far away once again. I hope this isn't the tail of the rest of the race. Right, we've gone purple through Sector 2. But again, we just don't get that best exit off the final corner. We're in rich mix, so we can't be going any faster. Also, to be fair to Vettel, he's actually keeping pace with me, but it looks as if Rosberg's just stepped it up a gear, and now we're on the final lap. Come on, we've got to do this. To be fair, I think our best chance of overtaking is going to be in this middle sector. So I think it's going to be this next little hairpin. It's going to be our probably opportunity, as we nearly bin it, which would have been embarrassing. Rosberg's going slowly through there. Once again, we make a mess of it, and we just can't set ourselves up for a move. And maybe into this final corner, if we can keep it straight, we may be able to get him on the run to the line. We'll see. Much better exit that time, surely. Come on, we're going to do this. Oh, no, he's just pulling away at the wrong time. If we had an extra lap, we'd be able to get him. Can we get him on the run to the line? Surely not. We're going to be side by side at the line. Who got it? I don't know who got it. I genuinely don't know. I think we just missed out. We did. Oh my god, that must have been so close. Oh god, I genuinely thought we got it. I really did. So disappointing because we were faster than him. We just couldn't pick the right opportunity. You know, it took me 5 laps to get into the race, unfortunately. But Lewis Hamilton takes the win. And that is gutting because we've got to try and get within 1 second of the 2016 pole time if we're to get another gold pack. Oh my god, there's less than a tenth in it. Which sort of tells the story. You can see, what is it, like 4 hundredths? 4 hundredths of a second. That's what was in it. So we were that close to getting it automatically, but still, I'm fine with that. We can do the time trial, no problem. Hopefully we can do it, but now, yeah, the selection is what track am I going to do it round? It is a tough one, but I'm tempted to go for Brazil, but I'm also, I don't know whether to go for Monaco. You know what? Seeing as we had the disappointment here, I'm going to try and resurrect it. Let's go for the time trial around Brazil. Can we get within a second? So today's pole time to beat was a 1 minute 10.7 seconds around Brazil, and as I've mentioned, it's one of my favourite circuits to drive around, but my previous best time trial time was a 1 minute 12.7, so we've got a whole second to shave off around the lap, and it's a very short lap as well. And this was pretty much our first run at it. I'd you know, had a little bit of a warm-up, obviously doing the 5-lap race around here, but as you can see, we're actually 3 tenths up through the first sector and then 6 tenths up through the second sector, but that obviously that means that we've still got to actually make up another 4 tenths, and on the run to the line it proved just to be a little bit too much. We were a tenth off, so we actually go for another lap straight away. I was pretty much in the zone at this point. We mess up turn 1 a little bit, but you know, we're still doing alright for ourselves. And then coming towards the end of the lap, we leave it in 3rd gear by accident and actually just mess it up, when it looks as if we might have actually, you know, threatened our previous time. But anyway, we go for another lap, and as you can see, we're 2 hundredths. That is behind our former time, and then we actually go green through the second sector, and it's all about not messing up this final corner. The good thing about Brazil is you get a good idea whether you're going to beat your lap by this point. So when I saw that I was 1.5 tenths up, I was pretty much celebrating on the way to the line. There we go, we're within a second. There's the token we needed, and I think it's an understatement to say we were pretty happy with that one, doing our donuts. And yeah, so that's another gold pack in the bag for next episode, and there you can just see our sector times. But yeah, very, very good, and yeah, gold pack again. Thankfully, we managed to get the token that we needed in the time trial, which is really, really good. I knew Brazil was the place that we needed to go to try and get it. So yeah, next episode we're going to have another gold pack, and yeah, the aim has got to be just to try and you know, win as many races as possible. Obviously today we didn't manage to drive too well, but we still managed to get that gold pack, which is really, really good. Hopefully we can do it again next time out. On that side of me now, I'll show you the items that I've got in my inventory. So yeah, I think next episode, I'd love to get a Rosberg or a Hamilton again, and maybe even try the Red Bull out. It might be a little bit more stable than that Ferrari, but you know, even that Ferrari, we nearly managed to beat one of the Mercedes with it. Drivers' Championship wise, and Hamilton and Rosberg are actually locked at the top of the championship once again. So they've been alternating as they were at the start of this episode. So Raikkonen, my result has actually done someone a favour. I've actually gone above Vettel, or Raikkonen has gone above Vettel. I myself have crept over the 100-point mark, which is nice. And a shout out to Sergio Perez, who had a fantastic episode as well. I did fail to mention. But yeah, hopefully next episode we can do the same again, try and get that gold pack. But I'll catch you guys in my next video. Make sure to leave a like down below if you did enjoy. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.